Good morning, everybody. I'm going to do a little video today that everybody else and their grandma and their brother and their Uncle Tommy is doing about this Jacob Foust thing. But I'm not going to just touch on that. I'm going to talk about, kind of in relation to that, about upcoming college kids and high school kids and the saturation of, just tournament angling in general, not even just sponsorships and him not getting enough money and all other mess, but just there's so many boats on the water. It's just the DNR has to figure out, each state, a way to limit the amount of tournament permits that they give out, or limit the field sizes. I mean, some of these college and high school tournaments, 400, 500, 600 teams. I don't know if there's 600, but 500. I saw a couple of times this year on the water at one time, and going to the same bodies of water that Bassmaster and everybody else goes to. But in relation to this Jacob Foust thing, hey, he told the truth. I mean, probably to his own demise. But the sport is so expensive, and he's fishing for big prizes. I mean, look at the weekend guys in BFLs, and if you just cash a check in a BFL, I mean, just your travel expenses alone, you lost money, not including the boat and truck and everything else to pay for. So, which, if it's something you love to do, it's something you love to do, but bass fishing is probably the most expensive sport there is to participate in. Has to be. I can't think of, other than racing maybe, drag racing or, dirt racing, NASCAR racing, that kind of thing. But if you're looking at it, actually, I don't even know dirt track racers. I mean, do they spend, $100,000 on a race car? And I don't know, maybe, I guess, but in general, I mean, you can go play basketball for a pair of shoes and a basketball. You can go play baseball for a glove and a bat and a ball. I mean, fishing is just ridiculously expensive and ridiculously expensive. And if you want to be competitive, you have to keep up with the Joneses. And that's just equipment, not including your time and truck and everything else. For the weekend guy, I think that eventually it's going to be the demise of the sport. I mean, with the economy the way it is now, I mean, from what I've heard, fiberglass boat sales are way down, which, duh, boats are 100-something grand if you want to keep up with everybody else. Not that you can't compete on, say, a river or something like that in a flat bottom, because you can. But for the most part, in the majority, you have to have the live scope. And I'm no Randy Longkett or whatever, however you say his name. I think live sport's there to stay, and I got no problem with it. But I will say, in regards to how expensive everything is, Bassmaster, these other organizations, they gotta limit the amount of shit, excuse my language, but it is, shit that can be put on a boat. I think there should be two units up front and 2 at the helm, that's it. And you get 1 regular sonar and 1 side scan at the back, and 1 regular at the front and 1 live scope at the front for transducers, and that's it. Because we've got to show these kids that you can't, we gotta show them. The more stuff we continue to put on the boat and catch them, which is fun, the more these upcoming kids are going to think, I have to have that. In reality, for a lot of them, unless they have rich parents, which a lot of these college kids must, something, not a lot, I shouldn't say that, but a decent percentage, a lot of them are going to get slapped in the face when they become adults and have to buy their own boat and all their own crap, and they might find their way out of the sport just for the amount of cost there is to compete. I mean, it's going to be the demise of the sport if we don't figure out some way to either make boats cheaper and all the electronics, or limit the amount of stuff so that you can even the playing field. Because a guy that has just even 2 units at the front, 2 at the back is at a disadvantage against a guy that can put 3 at the helm and 3 at the front. He just has more tools. And like what I say there or not, I guess at the end you can comment below and tell me what your thoughts are. But I think that it has to be limited. We have to. I'm for making it fair all the way down to the BFLs. Clubs, you're not going to be able really to do that, but even at the BFL level, there should be a cap on everything that you can do and have on your boat. Otherwise, you get a whole crop of anglers who can't get all that stuff that just choose not to fish, and you're losing out on potential, other guys that you would have got. So, that's my little rant about that. And in relation to the Jacob Foust thing, I think it's a cost thing, and if it wasn't so costly for him to compete, and some of the other guys on the tour that don't have the sponsors to compete, it not having the amount of sponsors or losing them or wouldn't matter as much. I think so. Those kind of two play hand in hand, I think, a little bit. But to his own fault too. I mean, he's not putting in the work. I mean, I fish BFLs, and I'm going to be fishing a full season this year, and club tournaments, and Angler Choice Tournament Team Trail, and even I still, while I have no sponsors now, I was with Strike King for 10 years, and when I had gotten into a bad relationship and everything else that went along with that, I lost a lot of my social media, and I lost Strike King along with it, and rightly so. I wasn't, other than going to outdoor shows, I wasn't really giving them anything on their, return on their investment. So, I got it when they went another direction. Totally understood. I wasn't that I didn't want to put in the work. I just couldn't. I was in a bad situation. So, to speak to that, he should have been doing the work. I mean, we'd all like to just do one thing, and that's easy, but it's not the way it works. So I'm going to play a video right now with Theo Vaughn that you'll see in the thumbnail. Theo Vaughn and Dana White. And this relates to new kids coming up, or if you're currently looking for sponsors, or you're broke, or whatever. Watch this video, and if you haven't seen it, think about it. Think about what he says, because aligning yourself with somebody that has your beliefs makes that relationship much easier and much better. Me and Striking, I aligned with what they were doing, and I was using their stuff before I signed with them, way back in 2010 or whatever it was. So think about that. Think about, so many fishermen sign with whomever will give them whatever. I mean, especially at the lower level. I mean, you'll give me 10% off, great. You're my, come on. First of all, those deals work out for the sponsors only. Yeah, you get 10% off, but a pack of lures, 60 cents. I mean, come on, and then you're going to spend time posting online. That's a whole other thing that saturates the market for those pros to even, and to even get deals. And what people have said is right. There's so many guys out there promoting their product for 60 cents off a pack of lures that why would they spend 20 grand to sponsor Joe Schmo in the Elite Series? So that's a whole other thing. But great for the companies that do that and give their exposure that way and get people to work for nothing. It's, I should say, it's like working in a factory in a third world country for 10 cents an hour. I mean, I guess I don't know, but not saying that when I started out I did that too. So oh, it's great. No, it's not. It's not really great. I mean, I can watch a Ben Milliken show and get 10% off. Okay, use his promo code. You don't need to go out and do that stuff. Everybody now that's sponsored by somebody has a promo code. You don't need to go just to throw a patch on your shirt and a sticker on your boat and truck for 10% off when you can get it watching a video. So, anyways, watch this clip by Dana White with Dana White and Theo Vaughn on their podcast. It's interesting. It's something to think about. And tell me your thoughts afterwards. I'll be interested. I'd be interested to see what your thoughts are. Comment down below, and hell, there's not many people who've been watching the videos so far. I'm only, it's like number 13 coming up here, but tell me what you think about what they said. I think it's pretty interesting. I'm headed out to Pool 11 right now for a short 4-hour trip. Hopefully they're biting. It's cold as heck out, and but it's my last time going. I won't have any more times now, so I think I missed my turn off, by the way. I've been talking, I missed my turn. So anyway, watch the video, tell me what you think.
Involved in the on the sponsorship side. So, I meet with these guys, and I just did an interview the other day with the media at the Scrum at Slap, and it's just, I'm at a point now where in my life and my career, I want to be with people that I'm aligned with, people that,
Yeah.
It's not just about the money. It is about the money because it's a sponsorship deal, but it's not just the money. I'm not going to take a bigger offer if it isn't something that I am aligned with and don't 100% believe in.
Fuck yeah, dude. Good for you. It's nice to be in that.